Hey everyone, how's it going? Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're going to be taking an in-depth look at the 2025 Kia Sorento SX Prestige X-Line. As with all of my reviews, I'm going to cover all of the ins and outs and take this thing on a thorough drive. As always, there's a whole lot of stuff to cover, so without further ado, let's go ahead and start her up and let her run. The Sorento is one of Kia's longest-standing and most popular nameplates. It's evolved quite a lot over the years and currently offers the widest range of trims and alternative powertrains in the model's 23-year history. The current generation has been out since the 2021 model year and was most recently refreshed for 2024. Designed in Irvine, California and assembled in West Point, Georgia, the latest Sorento rides on Kia's third-generation N3 platform, which brought a lot of positive changes for the Sorento when the current generation was first launched. The N3 platform gave the Sorento improved driving dynamics, reduced NVH levels, improved strength, and reduced weight. From an engineering perspective, the new platform also offered greater versatility to accommodate alternative drivelines, such as hybrid and plug-in hybrid variants, which start at $38,690 and $47,990 respectively. The average tensile strength of the Sorento's body structure was improved by 4%, and impact kinetic energy forces are more evenly distributed thanks to new multi-load paths built into the body structure. The total curb weight for the non-hybrids, depending on how equipped, ranges from about 3,800 pounds to 4,100 pounds. Kia claims a weight drop of about 120 pounds over the previous generation. Dimensionally, the new Sorento rides on a 1.4-inch longer wheelbase. It's 0.4 inches longer overall, 0.4 inches wider, and 0.6 inches taller when including the roof rails. The styling is a combination of sharp, modern lines with a lot of cool details that make it look more SUV than crossover. A baby Telluride, if you will. The Sorento's 2024 refresh gave it a more confident stance, achieved by combining Kia's Opposites United design philosophy with the concept of bold for nature. The upright hood and squared-off edges are reminiscent of the award-winning Telluride with its distinctive amber daytime running lights, reimagined for a sleek and modern aesthetic. Around back, the vertical tail lamps are another hint at the Telluride. From the EV9's playbook, the Sorento boasts a broad and rectangular front grille, complemented by vertically stacked LED projector headlamps that emphasize the front end. The Constellation-inspired star map lighting elements in the front and rear lend the Sorento a futuristic edge, while the front and lower bumpers incorporate a wider cosmetic skid plate for extra rugged appeal. For 2025, the non-hybrid Sorento is offered in LX, S, EX, SX, X-Line EX all-wheel drive, X-Line SX all-wheel drive, X-Line SX Prestige all-wheel drive, and X Pro SX Prestige all-wheel drive trims. Yes, that was a tongue twister. This example is an X-Line SX Prestige all-wheel drive, which starts at $46,390. Additional options shown here include the Sage leather package and carpeted floor mats. The total MSRP including destination is $48,285. The LX, S, EX, and SX trims come standard with front-wheel drive. The S is offered with all-wheel drive as a $2,000 standalone option. The X-Line continues to add an extra dose of rugged flair with a 1-inch increase in ride height for a total of 8.3 inches of ground clearance, a center locking differential, bridge-type roof rack, X-Line front and rear bumpers with a molded-in cosmetic skid plate, a unique gloss black front grille, 20-inch gloss black wheels, unique exterior color options, and unique interior appointments. For those seeking greater adventures, the new X Pro trim scales up the capability with standard 17-inch wheels, offering a larger tire sidewall for standard BF Goodrich all-terrain tires, a setup designed for tackling more challenging trails. With increased towing capacity up to 4,500 pounds, the X Pro can tow a variety of travel trailers for an elevated camping adventure. Base pricing for the non-hybrid 2025 Sorento ranges between $31,990 and $47,390. This trim in particular is offered in 9 exterior colors. Shown here is Jungle Green, which is one of the few no-cost options and my favorite of the lineup. The Sorento lineup is offered with a variety of alloy wheels that include 17, 18, and 20-inch diameter wheels. The latter are included on the SX and SX Prestige trims. Both trims share the same unique style, which includes a combination of intricate split spokes and geometric shapes, finished off with glossy black paint. The 20-inch wheels are 8.5 inches wide and come wrapped in 255/45 all-season tires. A temporary spare tire is mounted underneath the rear of the vehicle. While I do very much like these 20-inch wheels, it is worth noting that there is a trade-off in ride quality as the lower profile tires lend to a firmer ride than other trim levels with smaller diameter wheels. 4-wheel internally ventilated disc brakes are standard. The front discs span 12.8 inches while the rear discs span 12 inches. All discs are clamped down by single piston calipers. The park and brake is electronically activated. The switch to manually toggle it on or off can be found in the center console behind the shifter. 4-wheel ABS is standard, along with electronic stability control, hill start assist, downhill brake control, and an auto hold feature. With this setup, the Sorento is able to stop from 60 miles an hour in about 120 feet, which is very competitive for this segment. The brake pedal feel seems to be tuned more for comfort as it's on the softer side. Nonetheless, the brakes perform great. When fitted with the towing package and the more powerful turbocharged engine, the Sorento can tow up to 3,500 pounds regardless of the drivetrain configuration. The exception is the new X Pro trim, as I mentioned, which can tow up to 4,500 pounds. The Sorento's suspension is fully independent, featuring McPherson struts in front, a multi-link design in the rear, and gas-filled shocks. The handling is surprisingly sporty with a responsive steering and excellent stability over rougher roads. Minus the stiffness from the larger wheels, it's a comfortable ride overall that handles well with controlled body roll. The steering is a column-mounted motor-driven system that doesn't offer a ton of feel, but it can be firmed up a touch via the drive modes. It's smooth with variable assist based on your speed of travel, giving you greater precision at higher speeds and easier maneuverability at lower speeds. It takes about 2.6 turns to go from lock to lock, with an overall ratio of 13.7 to 1. The turning diameter is 37.2 feet. Leather wrapping on the steering wheel and shift knob is standard on all models except for the LX. The upper spokes house multifunction controls for audio, telephone, cruise control, and more. A 12.3-inch LCD instrument cluster is standard. It's part of a redesigned dashboard full of all new tech that I'll talk about in just a moment. In the middle of the cluster, you have a driver's information center where you can view trip and fuel economy information, tire pressures, and all-wheel drive power distribution. The cluster theme can be set to change with the drive modes or set manually between 3 different graphic styles. In addition to the graphic styles, you can also change the gauge style between traditional circle gauges to a more simplistic style. Additional features of this instrument cluster include a selectable wiper lights display, icy road warning, and a pretty cool blind spot view monitor. The latter automatically pops up blind spot camera views within the cluster when you flip on a turn signal. The 2025 Sorento is offered with 4 powertrains, including a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, a turbocharged 2.5-liter 4-cylinder, a turbocharged 1.6-liter 4-cylinder hybrid powertrain with a 44 kilowatt electric motor, and a turbocharged 1.6-liter plug-in hybrid powertrain with a 66.9 kilowatt electric motor. For the purpose of this review, I only had the chance to sample the turbo 2.5-liter. It's an aluminum engine that features double overhead camshafts with 4 valves per cylinder and continuous variable valve timing. Fuel is delivered by a combination of direct and multi-port injection, with a compression ratio of 10.5 to 1. It develops 281 horsepower at 5,800 RPM and 311 pound-feet of torque between 1,700 and 4,000 RPM. That's 90 horsepower and 130 pound-feet of torque more than the base engine. It takes about 6.7 seconds to accelerate to 60 miles an hour from a standstill. Top speed is governed to 131 miles per hour. I really liked the Sorento's overall performance. It's a powerful engine for what it is, and it offers competitive acceleration for its class. The only transmission available with this engine is an 8-speed wet dual-clutch transmission. In a world filled with electronic shifters, buttons, and rotary dials, the Sorento's standard console shifter is a refreshing design that gives an appreciated tactile feel to putting the vehicle into gear. I know it sounds silly, but you just gotta go with me on this. You can also shift the transmission manually either via the console shifter or with a set of paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel. The transmission performs well. It's quick off the line, it shifts smooth, and it's responsive. Available on certain trim levels and standard on the X-Line and X Pro, active on-demand all-wheel drive provides enhanced driving performance in a variety of circumstances, with a center locking differential that can split power equally between the front and rear wheels for more severe environments. Torque vectoring is designed to increase traction by predicting which wheel will best utilize power, enhancing stability in corners and giving the vehicle more precise handling dynamics. Helping tailor the driving experience is a suite of drive modes, including normal, eco, sport, and smart. Smart is an auto mode that adapts automatically to your driving style. If equipped with all-wheel drive, a snow mode is also included. The modes adjust engine, transmission, and steering parameters. To change the drive modes and activate the center differential lock, if equipped, there's a dial and button in the center console, behind the shifter. As far as fuel economy, EPA estimates for the turbo 2.5-liter with all-wheel drive range between 20 miles per gallon in the city and 27 miles per gallon on the highway. I averaged around 23 miles per gallon. Another nice feature with this engine is that, like the base engine, it takes regular 87 octane, which will certainly save some money at the pump compared to having to use premium. With front-wheel drive models, expect slightly higher returns, mainly on the highway. The total tank capacity is 17.7 gallons. The Sorento's recently refreshed interior is dominated by horizontal features, such as the center air vents and controls, that give the interior a streamlined and modern aesthetic and create a sense of openness. At the heart of the interior's transformation is a panoramic curved display that integrates dual 12.3-inch screens. Having previously driven a 2022 model, the interior design is very familiar, with most changes being focused on the dashboard. The seats, door panels, and center console design all carry over. Aside from the new curved display, which did a lot to clean things up, the air vents have all been revised, and there's a new digital control panel in the middle that serves two purposes: operating the infotainment system and climate controls. The interior of this example is very nice. The SX Prestige has all of the bells and whistles, including a standard leather upholstery and a suede microfiber headliner. Black upholstery is standard, but you have the option of either olive brown leather or sage green leather, both of which are a $295 option. Shown here is the sage green, which looks awesome, especially with the jungle green paint. Overall build quality is quite nice for this segment, with touches of satin chrome and gloss black trim, plus simulated wood accents. The attention to detail with the upholstery and stitching give the interior a high-end look and feel. The front seats are very comfortable. They offer both heating and cooling. On this trim, the driver's seat has 14-way power adjustments, including 4-way lumbar and 2-way thigh extension. The passenger seat has 10-way power adjustments with 2-way lumbar. The driver's seat has an integrated memory system. This trim is also the only trim to feature a heated steering wheel, which is manually adjustable for tilt and reach. Single zone manual air conditioning is standard on the LX, while all other trims receive dual zone automatic capable temperature control. The digital display, while pretty cool at first, can get annoying at times, as what should be pretty simple tasks now have an added degree of complexity. Other Kia models use this little display as well, and my opinion on it really hasn't changed. You have to press an icon to switch between infotainment and climate controls, and because there's no physical buttons like there were in the previous design, sometimes it's a guessing game as to whether you're gonna press the right thing the first time. Being that the temperature knob also doubles as the audio volume knob, if you don't have the display switched right, you may accidentally alter audio volume when you meant to change the temperature, or vice versa. The Sorento is the most recent Kia to offer the brand's next-generation ultra-modern connected car navigation cockpit operating system. The advanced system processes faster and in higher fidelity, with frequently used quick controls conveniently accessible with a swipe on the screen. As part of the new system, the Sorento is now equipped to receive over-the-air updates. USB-C ports, conveniently located throughout the cabin, help ensure compatible mobile devices stay charged for passengers in all 3 rows. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard on all trims, not to mention a natural speak voice recognition system. Additional media includes your standard AM/FM HD radio, satellite radio, Bluetooth streaming, as well as auxiliary and USB inputs. You also have an expanded Sounds of Nature ambient system, which now offers 10 different soundscapes. The SX Prestige comes with an exclusive 12-speaker Bose surround sound system that sounds fantastic. All other trims have a standard 6-speaker audio system. A wireless phone charger is standard on all trims except for the LX. There's a ton of storage space. Across the center console, aside from the pocket and/or wireless charger, there's 2 cup holders and a small rearward pocket. Under the padded armrest, you have a generous amount of console space and a removable tray for smaller items. The glove box has good space, and there's wide pockets across the door panels with integrated bottle holders. Adding to the list of technology upgrades is the available Advanced Ultra-Wideband based Digital Key 2, which allows customers to use their compatible Apple and Samsung smart devices or an NFC-enabled smart card as virtual keys to lock, unlock, and drive the Sorento. This advanced technology allows the driver to lock, unlock, and drive the Sorento without having to hold their smartphone. Furthermore, these keys can be shared with friends and family over text messages on compatible devices. Kia's roster of advanced driver assistance systems features 10 standard assist features, including forward collision avoidance assist, which has been upgraded to help detect pedestrians, cyclists in front of the vehicle, and oncoming vehicles when turning left at an intersection, and is designed to help prevent collisions with them under certain circumstances. Other standard staples to the assistance suite include lane keep assist and lane following assist. Notable features added with the 2024 refresh include Smart Cruise Control Machine Learning, which is designed to adapt to and match the driver's driving style with certain inputs like accelerating and braking patterns. Available Highway Driving Assist 2 with automatic lane change is a driver convenience system that can help maintain a predetermined distance from the vehicle detected in front, keep the vehicle within detected lane markers on certain highways, and assist in lane changes under certain conditions. Other available features include a digital camera mirror and surround view monitor, which is designed to provide a wider picture in reversing and parking scenarios, using cameras around the Sorento to display a 360-degree view. You also have the available blind spot cameras that I mentioned earlier. Airbags include dual front airbags, dual front side airbags, dual rear side airbags, and full-length side curtain airbags, plus a driver's knee airbag. Of course, all of this is just a snapshot on what the Sorento actually offers. For a full list of standard and optional safety features and what's included with each trim level, I highly encourage you to check out Kia's website. Depending on the trim level, the Sorento can be had with a second row bench seat or individual captain's chairs. It's a really nice space that offers many of the same niceties that you would find in the front, including plentiful soft-touch materials, available luxury amenities, and tons of room. The panoramic glass roof is huge and allows a lot of natural light to come in. It's optional on the S and the EX, and standard on the SX and the SX Prestige. Rear door sunshades are only available on the SX Prestige. I really like the captain's chairs because it gives you your own space and creates a bit of walking space between the second and third row seats. They're standard on the EX and above. A really nice feature with these seats is how adjustable they are. You can slide them back and forth to create more legroom. You can also recline the backrest for superior long trip relaxation. The armrests and headrests are adjustable as well. The Sorento will accommodate taller people with ease. I'm 5 foot 10 inches and I was able to climb in without issue and be more than comfortable. The second row seats have great padding and support. This example also had heated second row seats. In the back of the center console, you'll find adjustable air vents and a couple of power outlets, a 12 volt and a 115 volt AC outlet. The inside bolsters of the front seat backrests have USB-C charge outlets built into them, while the inside bolsters of the second row bottom cushions have storage nets for convenient phone placement. Additional storage includes front seat back pockets, lower door bottle holders, and upper door cup holders. Overhead, there's LED reading lights, grab handles, and coat hooks. The third row seats are really nice if you have smaller children. Like the second row, there's child seat anchors on either side. The third row seats are easily accessible by sliding the second row seats forward. There's handy step-up plates on the thresholds and inner grab handles to help with hoisting up. I was able to climb in and sit decently, but it was a little too tight for me back there to be comfortable on a longer trip. Headspace was surprisingly good, it's the leg space that's lacking. Even if you're not able to sit adults back there for long, it's nice to have the added flexibility, especially with having younger children and car seats, because, as you'll see, they can be folded flat when not in use for extra storage space or improved rearward visibility. On either side panel, you have cup holders and storage cubbies. There's also USB-C charge ports for mobile devices. Both headrests are adjustable. A smart power liftgate is standard on the EX and above to make opening and closing easier when your arms are full. Operating it is simple. You just walk up behind the Sorento and wait for it to recognize the key fob or your digital key for that matter. After a few seconds and a few beeps, the tailgate will open automatically. The LX and S have a manually operated tailgate. Inside, you'll find a versatile and expandable cargo area. Underneath the floor, there's additional space for smaller items. Underneath the floor is also where you'll find the tire changing equipment. As I showed earlier, a temporary spare tire can be found underneath the rear of the vehicle. With the third row seats in place, you have a modest 12.6 cubic feet worth of space. They can be easily folded down by a set of pull straps. With the third row folded, cargo space expands significantly to 45 cubic feet. A remote fold feature in the cargo area allows for one-touch folding of the second row seats. With all seats folded, the Sorento has a total of 75 cubic feet worth of space. Additional cargo area amenities include overhead LED lighting, a 12-volt power outlet on the right side panel, and D-rings around the cargo floor perimeter for securing cargo if needed. Cargo area options include a privacy cover, an illuminated hatch sill plate, cargo net, cargo tray, and a carpeted cargo mat with seat back protection. Well everyone, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you all enjoyed. Please don't forget to leave a like down below because it really helps the videos a lot. And if you haven't subscribed already, consider doing that too and make sure you turn those notifications on. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.